006 to 007. Begin secure transmission. We've identified the woman who murdered Zukovsky as Xenia Onatop. She's ex-Russian military, assigned to General Orumov during the Russian invasion of Georgia. The two of them entered Dubai last night on false passports, presumably to attend the annual military arms fair, featuring a demonstration of a brand new EMP-hardened helicopter. Your mission is to make sure that helicopter doesn't fall into Arumov's hands. Your contact at the Dubai Arms Fair is Sky Briggs. And one last thing, James. I know how you must feel about Orumov killing 006. But until we know more about the Janus Group, Orumov is worth more to us alive than dead. MI6 out.
Please, sir. Stop there. Arms out, please. Thank you, sir. Yes, he's right here. Yes, sir. Mr. Briggs is waiting for you at the top of the stairs, sir. Have a good evening.
Bond. James Bond, Sky Briggs, head of security. Let's take a hike. I'll show you around. Now, I know your boss is worried about them Ruskies waltzing off with that EMP-hardened chopper. But I gotta tell you, no how, no way. My boys here are doing a hell of a job. You'd have to be insane to pull off a heist here with all this firepower. If it moves, we'll kill it. By the way, see anything you like, I can probably swing a professional discount. Anyways, I want to introduce you to the pilots. They used to work for Blackwater, flying Cobras between Kandahar and Kabul. That chopper could not be in safer hands. Incoming.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm your host, Trader One, to more Goldeneye 007 Reloaded. Again, this is for the PS3, playing this on the RPC S3, which is an emulator to show it off in the highest fidelity. This is mission number 5, the carrier. There is a total of 4 emblems, and we have 2 separate optional objectives that we need to complete during this mission. That being to disarm 3 of the bombs that are placed throughout the carrier, as well as rescue 3 hostages. So a lot of people might remember this mission from the original GoldenEye, which was really, really fun. One of the hardest things I remember from the original mission in the Nintendo 64 version of GoldenEye was to get the hostages and stuff like that. So I think they did a fairly good recreation of this level, obviously taking things a little differently. But with that being said, there's a little bit of stealth and a lot of action in this. There's a lot of really cool moments where you can actually take out multiple groups of enemies by using your hacking abilities and things like that. There's going to be 2 instances. One of them is going to be right here. If we head over here into this room, which is a place that you don't actually need to go to, and you hack this item right here, a turret's going to turn on and it'll take out about 7 or 8 guys that'll just start funneling the room eventually. So you will have to take these guys out either way. Either you can use the turret or you do it yourself. It's up to you. As far as everything else that goes on in this specific level, it's pretty straightforward. All these missions are very, very straightforward. There's really nothing too difficult about this stuff. Really, the best thing and the best advice that I can give you for those of you trying to tackle this on 007 Classic difficulty is to make sure that you're staying in cover, popping out to get shots. I really don't like the mechanic of you having to lift up every single time that you want to aim your weapon. You kind of go from a crouched position into a standing position. I know I've said this multiple times. I really wish the game didn't do that, but it kind of puts you in an unfair advantage because you immediately just pop up the moment you want to shoot, and that, of course, keeps you out from whatever cover you're in, which is great if you're behind some actual cover. But if you're just crouching along the level, you know, and kind of looking around and stuff, there's no real cover mechanic in this game. So if you're just, you know, sitting here in the middle of the level and, you know, you're trying to hide behind something a little bit to get the drop on some enemies, but not going fully behind a cover, it can get you shot a lot. So there's a few places you can get, of course, some body armor on this level, and I will show you where that is. There's a bunch of enemies here that you need to take out, and then we'll have our first emblem of 4 for the carrier mission up ahead. I just want to make a note that as I was going through this mission the first time, you know, learning the levels, doing all that kind of stuff, this is what I like to do. I go through the mission, I play it, I learn where everything is, and then I go back and record. Well, unfortunately, I had a crash on my recording, my first initial recording of this. The RPCS3, again, can crash at just random times. So because of that, I did have to start the level over again, and this game has one of those situations where if you pick up the emblem, you can no longer get it, and it doesn't show it on the map anymore. Like the section of where the emblem would be is just completely gone once you get it already. So once I went back and replayed, you know, the mission, what I usually like to do when I go through these levels, here's the body armor that you can pick up, is not pick up the emblems the first time that I go through it. However, I made a mistake on the first 2 emblems, so you're going to see me pick up the 3rd and 4th emblems, but here I'm going to insert the footage that I had from earlier where the emblem is. Again, don't, you know, if you're like me, don't do that, obviously, but that's not a problem for you, as you're just going through the levels and I'm here to help. So there's where your first emblem is going to be, and everything else should be good to go. This is the second instance of where you can actually take out a bunch of enemies without doing anything. Come over here and make sure you hack the turret that's inside.
The vessel is now under our control. Alpha Team, what is your status? Over? Alpha Team, come in.
Once you do so, as you can see, it takes out all the enemies for you, and you no longer have to worry. The second emblem is going to be the same thing as the first emblem. It's going to be upstairs when we have to disarm our first bomb. Don't be confused, because there is a weapon directly located where the bomb is. So sometimes when you pick up that weapon, it'll also disarm the bomb. It'll kind of do both at the same time. So don't get confused if you pick up the weapon and then you try to disarm the bomb and it doesn't work. The bomb's already disarmed. So you can keep this stealthy here by shooting the guy on the right first, but this guy moves so quick sometimes that you're just not able to get the shot on. And as you can see, I was going for the headshot with this guy here, but unfortunately it didn't land and the other guy was still shooting. So some enemies are going to come through here. It doesn't hurt anything as far as the rest of the level, as it's pretty much contained. So all of these guys here are just enemies that you got to worry about right here, but you got plenty of cover. Alright, so this is where you disarm the bomb. As you can see it right there, hold to defuse. We already did it. Picked up the weapon, and our first disarm the explosive is done. Now these things are placed out throughout specific areas. There's always going to be usually an emblem that'll show up close when you get there, like, you know, the Wi-Fi signal and stuff. But there's only 3 of them that you need to take out, and it's part of your optional objectives, of course. So the next emblem is going to be right here on the side. I will insert the video to show you guys me actually shooting it, but that's where it's located, right here on the side. And then you'll get to see normally the next 2, because I then, you know, remembered that don't shoot them when I'm learning the level as opposed to when I'm actually going through and recording. So all my videos, I try to give some type of professionalism to you guys and make it, you know, play the mission first so I learn where all the enemies are and what to do to be stealthy. So here, what you're going to want to do is head to the left. Your first hostage is going to be over here on the left door.
Be quiet.
It was so easy to accidentally take out the hostages in the original N64 version, but it's pretty easy on this one. You don't have to worry too much. Now there's 3 separate areas that you're going to go into.
But you've got to know, they're planning to blow up the ship.
Stay here. Help is on the way.
The next one is right down here. Once we're going to take out the guys first, and then once you do that, this is also where the third emblem is going to be located. But you can do this next part stealthy, or you can, of course, go guns blazing. It's completely up to you. Have fun, enjoy the game, play the way that you want. If you watch me go stealthy and you decide that you just want to take everyone out, you know, with aggression and all that kind of, you know, do your thing. Be you. Never think that you have to play the game the way that I play it. You know, just use these guides as inspiration, or maybe you just want to sit back and relax and enjoy some games you never knew even existed or anything like that. You know, that's what we're here for. You can shoot the missiles that are on the racks too if you want to take them out a little louder, but we like to do things stealthy here. So once all those guys are taken out, you probably don't need to do those guys first, but it kind of makes sense. Since you're breaking a hostage free here, shoot these two. And then directly to the right of the door behind us is going to be the third emblem.
Oh my God! Who are you? Please, don't kill me!
Stay here and keep your head down.
Here is the second bomb defusal. Now, you can accidentally shoot the bomb, and that will fail the objective, of course. You can stealth this entire room as well. Take out the first guy here, and then immediately across, try to get a headshot, or, you know, just take him out quickly before anybody else can see him. There's going to be two guards here. You can take this guy out with a headshot and then go up and sneak up on this guy. All right, so make sure you aim from the side on this one, because if you try to shoot him in the back of the head, it'll go straight into the bomb, and then you'll kind of screw yourself over, so... We're going to head down and, of course, deactivate the third and final bomb as well. There's the eye information symbol is done, and now we've got our main objective there. And we continue on. Most of these missions can be very, very short. Alright, so you're here where the third and final one is. So go ahead and breach. That's where we're going to be heading into the next section. There's one guy sitting down, one guy standing up. Take the guy standing up first, as the guy sitting down doesn't have his weapon out. And of course, once you've done that, then you have completed all the optional objectives up at this point. So congratulations.
Bless you, sir. They were going to kill us.
If you're playing this on an actual 360 or an actual PS3, then obviously you'll get, you know, trophies and achievements and stuff that you can add to your collections here. We're not going for a 100% platinum trophy guide on this game or anything like that, although it probably wouldn't be too hard to get. But you can stealth this entire room as well. Just make sure that when you get the headshot on the first guy, you go immediately to the second guy and take him out quickly. Far across is the next one. And then there are two more guards in a similar manner to the first two. Once you go into this room, that door will shut behind you, and you will not be able to go back and do any hostages. So just make sure that you've done everything you need to do before you enter this room. Once that complete, then you have your main objective. And a bunch of guards are going to come in. There's going to be two sets of guards, two sets of three, I believe it is. The first set's going to go as soon as you flip the switch. They're going to come down from the helicopter pad that's going to come down to pick you up. Then once you jump over the thing that's in your way, then the next set of three will come out. At this point, your main objective is to place the tracker on the helicopter, and then after you're going to start running, make sure you pick up the 4th and final emblem. You will have a few guards here that you'll need to shoot, and the helicopter will be shooting at you, so get those guys out of the way fast. Come over into the room, and then if you look over here to the left, which is right of this ladder, you will find the 4th emblem. And then just continue along the path that the game gives you to make your escape, and I will see you on the results screen. All right, ladies and gents, there you go. Dubai Carrier is complete on 007 Classic. Both optional objectives and the primary objectives complete with all emblems. I hope everyone has been enjoying the walkthrough. Please leave a like, support the channel any way that you can, and thank you all for making this channel what it is today. Love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Bitches. Meow.